Hi everybody, welcome to TVI. I think it's 192.
192. You're looking at me.
Yes, I'm looking at you.
I am Rachel Fairburn, sitting in for Carl Donnelly, who's still in Australia.
Yeah.
He's always in Australia, him, isn't he?
I know. What's he doing?
I don't know. You should be able to tell me. Is it issue edition 192 of TVI Podcast? Edition. I say edition on my podcast.
Do you?
That's right. Yeah.
Edition.
Yeah, I say edition.
It's not a book.
I know, but it's too late to stop now. Welcome to edition whatever.
Yeah. We call it series.
Episode.
Season.
Yeah.
Season's
Season.
annoying.
I hate season.
Don't you think annoying?
It's too American, isn't it?
Yeah.
Series.
Yeah,
I say series.
By the way, everyone, we've got Jirsch in the studio, in the TVI studio. What would you call yourself? I call you a psychic to my friends.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. People contact me and ask me questions.
Yeah.
All the time.
Me.
Yeah.
We won't talk specifics.
No, we won't. No secrets. No secrets divulged. But no, people contact me. I read tarot cards. That's what I'm best known for.
Yeah, because I've known of you for I did a session with your daughter actually years ago.
Yeah, Lucy.
Lucia EFT.
Yeah,
you know the
that?
tapping thing.
This is so weird. This came up on something yesterday.
Wow.
What, the tapping?
Yeah. So I was scrolling through Instagram or whatever, and it was people tapping, and it said, "Oh, this tapping thing," and I was like, "Oh, what's that?" And then I meant to come back to it, and I didn't. And now you've just mentioned it. I think that's weird.
It's amazing stuff.
I've been doing it ever since, actually.
What is it?
Really good.
So it's the meridian points. It's like acupuncture, but you do it yourself on the meridian. So you might say a phrase and just tap it in. I do it before gigs. People think, what am I doing? I don't say anything. I'm just like centering myself. You know what I mean?
Right. And does it sort of relax you a bit?
It does, yeah.
It's more than that. You imagine if certain emotions get trapped within you. And there's actual sequences of tapping. And if you find the right sequence, which they can teach you if you buy the book or go on the training, you find, so it might be you've got grief trauma. It's brilliant for trauma. I use it for love trauma. You know, when people come to you, they go, I'm so heartbroken and da-da-da. Tap on them. They don't care after a little while.
Oh.
They yeah, it was she anyway. You know, they kind of move on.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. But they've used it in war zones for trauma. I mean, it's actually been heavily tested. It's good for addictions, good for motivation. I'll tell you one thing I find it really good for. It's what they call reversal. And it's like, if you keep doing something, you don't really want to do it, you do it. It might be you're on a diet, you go and eat stuff, and you go, why did I do that? Or smoking, you haven't smoked for ages. You tap there. You just tap the side of your hand and you keep tapping there. And that's when you're doing something you don't want to do, but you do it anyways. And it's part of an addictive personality,
right? Where
we go and do things we don't really want to do, but we do them anyway. And the tapping, a weird thing, before people go into reversal, their words get jumbled up.
Oh.
It's really weird. They start to jumble up their words, and it's like their brain's working against them.
Some psychic shift or something.
Yeah.
It's really helped me over the years. I really like it.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah,
it's really good stuff.
See, I think I'm a bit more open to this kind of stuff at the moment because I did dry January, and I've stopped drinking, and I've not drank since.
Wow, well done.
And I've not smoked since because basically I was a nutter when I was drinking.
Yeah,
absolute lunatic. So I was like,
what's the worst thing you did?
Oh, I'm just a loon. This is the thing. It's like I black out. I can't remember. Fell asleep on my doorstep once, that kind of stuff. Like just stuff.
Cozy.
Oh God, just stuff that you go, oh God.
No, I've got some of them.
Really?
Yeah, no, I have. I went to a very swanky party, biggest house I've ever been in, and I'm saying to my husband, don't drink too much because there's people here might offer me work, and there's really a free cocktail bar. I'm the cocktail queen. So it ended up when you leave, and I shouldn't be allowed to wear high heels. I was wearing high heels. Oh, geez, I walk like Dick Emery, trying to walk in high heels. So I'm trying. I even upset the barman because he was packing up, and I made him pour me more. I just went mad. Anyway, trying to put the high heels back on because I'd taken them off, and I held on to I shouldn't be telling this story. Held on to the clothes rail, but it wasn't attached to anything. So I ended up on the floor, clothes rail top of me. TV personality was there, and he had to pick me up off the floor. I went back to the hotel and flooded it. And I woke up next day with a black eye, lump on the back of my head, and a bruised arse. I mean, how'd you do all three?
Sounds like a good night, yeah.
And I've been invited back. They do it every year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that. But it's a funny story, but it's also like you're cringing inside.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, that's one of the things that pushed me to stop drinking off.
How long have you stopped for?
Nearly 6 years.
Oh, that's
just
good.
about now. Yeah, about next week will be 6 years.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I feel so much better though.
Yeah.
Mentally.
I haven't drunk in years either, about 7-8 years. Yeah.
Brilliant.
And that was only 2 years of drinking. Before that, I'd 7 years sober as well. So,
wow.
so it's been like years since I was on it. You know what I mean?
Great.
I used to get in all sorts of trouble.
You just get to a point, I think, where you go, oh, I can't do this anymore.
Nah, it's
like,
too much. Isn't it?
I'm a nutter. With,
Yeah.
like, I'm fine.
I'm going to get
you know.
injured.
Yeah, exactly. I'm fine. That was it. Like, you know, you'd wake up, you go, oh, wow, I've done this. What
Yeah,
have I
you
done
do.
here? And,
Yeah. Mystery
know,
bruises.
Mystery bruises and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And so the last time I drank was New Year's Eve, and I had drank quite a lot.
Were you gigging that night?
Yeah, I was in Brighton, and the next day I was going on holiday for a few days to what's it called, where they have all the fossils in it.
Eastbourne.
No, what's it bloody called? I can't remember. I really like it as well.
The
It's
fossils.
Like, yeah, it's in Dorset.
Oh.
Oh God, I can't.
Bournemouth.
Remember. No.
Poole.
No, I'll remember in a minute. But I'd got far too drunk and been obnoxious, because that's another thing. I'm very obnoxious. When
Oh God, I was getting well obnoxious towards the end of my drinking.
Oh, I'm a nice drunk.
I was until the end though. The last year, I was like, I was a liability.
I used to be pleasant and fun and everything, but but stuff that, you know, getting annoyed about stuff that didn't actually annoy me.
Yeah.
Fights and stuff like that. But I fell over and twisted my knee.
Oh.
But because I'd sort of stormed off from the people that I was with in a mood, I was like, oh fuck. And I just remember, I woke.
What was the mood about? Do you remember?
No, do I heck? And I woke up back at the hotel, and I was like, oh God. You wake up going, oh God, it's the first day of the year, and I hate myself. And I'd done something to my knee, but because I didn't want to tell anybody, I just limped around for about a week with this really swollen knee. Like, it was stiff, and I don't know what.
The reminder of the horrible night.
Exactly. And I was just sort of trying to pretend that I hadn't injured myself. But I just thought, I'm going to do dry January. I think it's time to just not drink on the end. And I've been more productive. I've been enjoying exercise more. I've been eating better.
You feel better, don't you? Life is you're just happier.
Absolutely.
Because you might. I mean, the difference for me, like I was writing a book and it was rolling on and on the time. Once I stopped, my mind cleared, and every day it cleared a bit more.
Yeah.
You know, I finished the book. I just got steamed in.
That's good.
Yeah, it clears your mind for work, definitely.
Yeah. I can't imagine being hungover now, like I used to be.
Losing half the day.
I'd ring an ambulance. If I felt like I did then, it's like it's worse than COVID. It's worse than the flu, isn't it?
Like, that's another thing that I just don't want to. And it's weird because a lot of my friends have actually stopped drinking as well.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think a lot of us, I think we've been absolute caners throughout our lives as well. And I think we've all got to the point where we've gone, I can't do this anymore. Like, I think we need to move on. But the thing that I have realised, and I don't know if you two know what I'm talking about, you start to feel emotions more because when
you're not drinking.
Oh my
AA
God,
says that. In AA, they say the good news is your feelings come back. The bad news is your feelings come back.
Oh my
So,
God.
Yeah.
Awful. Like, I can't, like, I wouldn't say it's awful,
but it does settle down. It's like you're thawing out. You know what I mean?
That's what it feels like.
And the emotions were there anyway, but you're just putting like a plaster on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you've got anaesthetic, haven't you, for it? Then when you stop that, they're there, but you've got to thaw it out. Yeah.
Quite intense, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
COVID did that to people. I found during COVID, right at the beginning, a lot of people, all their emotions were coming up because they've never stopped. They've never been isolated.
Yeah.
I found
They've got to look at themselves like in the mirror.
Mates, the ones that have been in rehab and they were all right because they've already had that dark night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I found that. I was doing a lot of Zoom meetings and stuff. Yeah, and that helped. Yeah, it was good.
Didn't do any of them, but it's supposed to be really good.
A lot of people got sober in lockdown, I know, as well. Yeah, through doing like Zoom stuff and that.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
just
really
intensified.
good.
Yeah, I know a few people that happened to.
I was going to ask, so your psychic ability, when you stopped drinking, did that sharpen?
Yeah, it did.
Ah.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And when did you realise that you were psychic?
I don't think I was. I went out to find out how it worked. My grandmother was a psychic in the East End of London, so they read the tea leaves. They were brilliant, the best were in the East End. And she would read the tea leaves. So as a kid, I would stay with her and watch her read the tea leaf. You're not supposed to be in the room. I was nosy, so I'd listen. You would, wouldn't you, as a kid? Find out everyone's goss. And
no one uses tea leaves anymore, though, do they?
not very often.
Not to drink tea.
Yeah, not very often. A company asked me to do it. They were launching a new teapot, and they asked me to do it. And I just said, "Yeah, I don't really do that." And they said, "We'll pay you £600 for 3 hours."
Yeah, I do that now.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You said tea leaves, yeah.
yeah, it's not that hard. But as a kid, I knew it worked. And I'd sit there and try and have a premonition, and nothing would happen. So, but I knew it worked. So I did what everybody did back in the day. I went to India because that's what your Beatles went. So it has to be.
Yeah.
Place to go. So I went out to India and it was mad. I went to all these ashrams and things. Nothing. I can't do meditation, or I'm just a fidget. You're supposed to be all patient. I'm not. It's just irritates me trying to sit still.
Yeah.
You got to work with who you are, haven't you? Then I met a beggar, and he taught me lots of spiritual things. It was the weirdest thing. I met a beggar, and he taught me loads of stuff. And when I come back, I just knew things.
How old were you? In your 20s?
I was 19.
Oh, wow.
I went off there for a year. When I come back, my best friend bought me some tarot cards. I tried to read them before. I couldn't make head or tail of it. It's like what it means in that space when it's... And I couldn't make head or tail. I come back, I picked them up, and I knew what they meant. It was just like they talk to you. When you get it, they talk to you. And that's happened ever since. I should have brought them with me. I thought of it.
Yeah.
I'll do it enough time. I'll bring cards
Yeah,
in.
yeah, definitely. And do you use the same tarot cards you've had for ages, or do you buy new ones?
Well, I got that pack. I changed the pack. I get new packs a couple of times a year.
Do you get certain ones from?
Yeah, I use that specific type.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a lot. Some people have hundreds of packs. I don't. They're called Grand Dutilla. They're quite hard to get.
Yeah.
So I've get them, and I've got the Osho Zen, and that's it. I don't use any others. They're amazing. They're really good. But after a while, they talk to you. It's like they open up that channel in a way, and you just...
You've done mine a couple of times. It was really powerful, man. Like, it was really good.
Yeah.
You got a little dilemma or something, and it's like, And there was stuff that you couldn't have known either. Like, I didn't tell you anything.
Yeah.
Uh,
I just taught a couple of things, and then it was like,
I think
it just
everyone can do that.
all made sense. Yeah.
Whereas I teach people now, I've spent my life examining how intuition works. And you've had it times. Whenever I get in a cab, I say to the driver, there's days somebody's got in your cab, perfectly nicely dressed, and you thought they're going to be hassle. You know it.
Yeah.
It's that instinct. We've all got that instinct.
And we've just got stuff in the way of it, haven't we? Like, we're not in tune with it a lot of the time,
well,
maybe.
We listen to our logical mind.
Yeah.
Rather than stop and go, why am I feeling this?
Yeah.
If we listen to that instinct.
Go with your heart. That's why that expression.
Yeah, when I say go with your heart.
Yeah.
With me, it's gut. We got
gut.
multiple brains. I'm a gut person, so.
Yeah, I'm a willy person.
Of course you are.
Go with your willy on that, Julian.
You need to stop doing that.
That's how you've always got into trouble, I bet.
Financial decisions.
So what's the difference between see, the other thing about me is as well, I sometimes have very sort of strong gut instincts, but I always ignore them. That's my problem. I always go,
I must be hungry or something.
I shouldn't be in this relationship. Maybe if I have a cup of tea, I'll feel a bit better.
Yeah.
But like that kind of, like, I've always known, and I always let things go on too long. That's the problem with me. Like, when I know, I just never listen to my instincts, and I should do a bit more. But what's the difference between psychic ability and being able to hear spirits? What's the difference? Is
I
it the
suppose
same?
you've got the mediums, and they talk to, Aunt Fifi, who died years ago or whatever. That's mediumship, and I don't do that. I work purely with intuition. So people call me up and go, look, I've got this business deal. And I go, right, there's a tall guy there who's got a beard. They go, yeah. I kind of get pictures in my head.
friend doesn't do anything without running it by Anne.
Really?
Like, he's literally been doing it for 30 years.
Wow.
He's a smart he's very smart, isn't he? Like, conservative guy, lives in America. Very good friend, yeah. And he doesn't do anything without, like, giving Anne a call.
I've got really high level people, and that's it. They go, in fact, that particular person, I had a spa day, 4 o'clock, I left the spa early, and there's about 8 messages. Where are you? Don't do this again. Okay, and I had a day off. No, you can't. I know there's quite a few big shots. I won't make a move. That's only because I've been accurate with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I can pick up on what's happening and what they need to be careful of. They can waste a lot of money on the wrong thing or trust the wrong person. I can usually pick out what they need to.
It's good to have that resource in it, just to because people go to therapy and stuff, and it's all, I don't know, but you can do that forever, can't you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Jackson, isn't it? 20 years of therapy.
Yeah, like
I went to see a therapist a few years ago, but I stopped going because I think I might have mentioned this last time I was on. I felt like I was boring him. Like, I was
they're looking
boring
at the
myself.
clock. Yeah.
I was like, this is boring me. Like,
especially if it's like once a week regularly, you feel like you've got to have something to say, and like
I used to
counselling has got less than 5% success rate.
Yeah.
Really?
Because you're digging up all this stuff. So in the end, you go, no wonder my life's crap. Look what happened when I was 5, And
you can't heal it. You can't change it. There has to come a point where you're like, you're not your past. You've got to drop it.
Yeah. Because
stop blaming your parents.
Yeah, I think there's a reason. The reason that you're there is because you're like, oh, fucking hell, my life's shit. And like, there's something wrong, but I know what it is.
Do 80 quid on therapy.
Exactly, yeah. And you're just going over old ground. And then I suppose you come out and you feel a bit better, but then you're still in like the same situation you were.
If you've got a specific issue.
It actually makes it worse. But if you see somebody that does NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, they rewire you. They don't even want to know the past. They'll just go, how do you feel? When do you do that? They'll ask you a few questions, get you to move stuff around. They
reframe it, rewire.
That changes everything. It's brilliant.
That Richard Bandler, I watched a lot of him, yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Did he start NLP, didn't he?
He did with Grinder.
Oh, okay.
Grinder, so 2 of them started it.
Oh, okay.
I'm still going, but I think they fell out because they don't work together anymore. So
yeah.
But I trained with Bandler. He's amazing.
Yeah, he was amazing. Good, man.
So you work with cards. That's your primary sort of thing of working with. That was a terrible synopsis of what you do, but very inarticulate today. But do you ever get like feelings of, like you're saying, intuition? Do you ever meet people, you meet a stranger, or you see someone on the street, do you ever get a feeling?
No, I don't. Not when I'm out on the street and I don't know them, or if I'm just out with friends. No, I don't. Now and again, I'll tell you what, funny enough, it links to Dubai. We were talking about Dubai earlier. I met a girl out there. She was dating a guy I knew, and they said, oh, come over for dinner. So when they had dinner, once in a blue moon, we'd say hello on Facebook, nothing much. 4 years later, I'm at home on a Saturday night, and she wouldn't get out my head. I kept thinking of her and thinking of her and thinking of her. It was weird. So I just put on Facebook, put her name, why are you popping into my head? She said, I'll call you tomorrow. And the next day she said, he went mad, went crazy, drunk, and smashed the place up. She said, I was sitting in the park late at night waiting for the police to come and arrest him. I'd met her once.
And you got that sort of...
Yeah, she just wouldn't go out my head. So sometimes somebody's there and I know I need to contact them.
Right.
You just kind of... So if it's something big going on or dramatic, I might not. I might not know at all. But it's more... But the average... I mean, it's like my friend, we were at a party. She brought her new boyfriend. He was a bit... I don't want to be rude, but it was such a drip. It was the biggest.
I thought you were going to say worse than that. Then I was ready for the C-bomb.
It was real. Has been known. It's just so dull. And he went, "Can you read my mind?" I went, "You're a part-time postman. Why would I want to read your mind?"
Well, I don't know as it is now. I'd like to know where my bloody post is. Thank you very much.
We've given up. Yeah. Why would I want to read somebody's mind? Do you know what I mean? Unless they're... absolute genius. Warren Buffett, I'd like to read his mind, you know.
Or
or
me.
Elon Musk. Yeah, of course. No, I don't want to read your mind, actually.
After the watershed, maybe.
I can't stop thinking about if someone could read your mind now. I'd hate someone to read my mind.
It'd be scary, wouldn't it? Maybe in the future we'll be able to, like, when you think, like, I don't know, it
I
would
reckon
be
they're
typed
developing
out.
AI now that can build a picture from what you're thinking.
But it's so obscure.
I hate that.
Thoughts are so, like, flashes, and you don't think in, like, paragraphs, do you? It's just, like, images.
Yeah.
Disgusting images.
X-rated images.
Vile images.
Distressing images.
Torturous.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
But I think I can teach anyone to read the cards, and I can teach them quite quickly. It's actually really easy.
I did have a go on the podcast. Carly Smallman does one.
Oh, yes.
I went on there and they get callers call in, and I did the tarots for them. I'd never done them before, but I nailed it apparently.
Really?
Did
I was,
you?
I was really good.
That's
Ooh.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's really good. Yeah, it's easy. They're actually quite easy.
Might start a business. No, really. Yeah, but it's interesting stuff, all of that, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm interested in it. I've got some tarot cards that I occasionally try and, have a go with. I also got, because I think as I'm entering my spiritual phase, I got some cards from this like sort of hippie type shop when I was on holiday in Cornwall, and they're animal spirit guide cards.
Oh right, yeah.
And you can just pick one, like, you think of a question and then you can just like pick one out, and it'll be like a tortoise telling you to slow down or something like that.
Yeah.
Or, but it's been quite accurate.
I know a guy, if you ever want to get somebody on, the guy, he's from this part of London actually, EJ, he's developed his own card. They're beautiful. But I went to an event years ago and they put the cards face down, the animal cards, in a circle, and you have to walk round and you know which one's yours. And we're all spiritual people, so the message is important. This one girl picked up, hers was an ant, and she had the real arm. She really had the arm. She's going, but I'm an ant. Why have I got an ant? Because everyone else has a leopard and, a dolphin and all these amazing
Peacock
things.
I want to be a lion.
She wouldn't shut up for the rest of the night.
Oh, she got the ump. She should have been the bloody camel, shouldn't she? Oh, my God. Yeah, I think, see, those cards, I think they're quite useful in the sense of, like, sometimes like, oh, I'm just gonna, I'm thinking about this. Oh, it's a chimpanzee. I hate it when that card comes out. I don't like chimpanzees. And the chimpanzee's like, stop being, calm down, all the rest of it. Stop,
Well, it says a phrase on it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it'll say like the peacock card says something like basically be more yourself. Try and stand out a bit more. That kind of thing.
Something.
Yeah. Or there's what else is there? There's some quite strange ones that don't appear that often, but it tends to be the peacock and the chimpanzee that come up a lot.
What's the chimpanzee's message?
I think
fun.
It's like, it's something like that, but it's
throw your shit at people. Jump on cars.
Overpower the opposite sex. That kind of thing.
Oh, I've got that one. All right.
Do you know, chimpanzees though, as an animal, I do not like them at all.
How come? Have you met one?
Look, no, I hate them though, because I think they're horrible creatures. And I love animals. I really do. But chimpanzees, I watched, because they're very violent and stuff like that. And I watched, do you remember the program I Survived? It used to be on like ITV really late at night. And it is what you think it is. It's stories of people who've been in like near-death situations, but they've survived, right? And there was I remember once there was this guy who'd been attacked by a bear, and the bear had bitten his skull, and he was going, and I thought, who's making popcorn? Because I could hear this popping noise, but I realised then it was my skull, right? So it's all stuff like that. But there was this guy who told this story about being on, it was like some safari type trip with work and whatever country it was in, I can't remember. And these chimpanzees had escaped from a sanctuary. And he said, we're in this sort of Jeep, open top Jeep, and we just saw the trees shaking. And we were like, oh, what's that? And then all of a sudden, all these chimpanzees came out of the sort of woods. But the male chimpanzee was standing on its hind legs, and it was about 6 foot tall, right? Because they're massive.
Yeah.
And it walked towards. It killed 2 of them.
Fuck.
No.
Yeah, it killed.
How did
2
it
of them.
kill them? Just like
Just rips you to shreds.
What? Just tears
It will just
your
tear,
face up.
It will rip you. And like, someone else lost an arm and this kind of stuff. Like,
they're strong, aren't they?
they're massive and they're so strong and they're so violent. And like, I don't. It's like when people keep them as pets. I remember that woman that ripped her face off. That poor woman who, I say poor woman, she definitely is a pet, which I don't agree with. But they will rip you to shreds. I think they're horrible creatures.
Watching a program like that can really, really.
Oh, I hate them.
But lions, I mean, they tear your face off as well.
Yeah, but there's something. But with chimpanzees, it's like
they look like us.
Yeah, we're so close to them.
Yeah.
Like we're them basically, aren't we?
I think it's also it's a bit like you see him as like the Tea Party, having a cup of tea in the little trousers and
playing the piano, smoking.
Yeah.
So it's
PG
it's a bit like your teddy bear suddenly turning evil and attacking you. That's what freaks you out.
Like Chucky.
I just hate it. But then when I see him in captivity, people keeping us, but I hate that as well. Like, I feel so sorry for him. So in a way, I'm like, I'm not surprised.
I'd like to meet one and like have a cuddle with one, like a nice one. Wouldn't you? If it was nice.
No, I hate them. They make me
if
feel
you don't,
ill.
if you got that feeling with them,
Yeah, and like when they smile and then you don't see those teeth that are like
the fangs.
Not for me. No.
What about other monkeys like gorillas?
Yeah, I like gorillas. I like those little monkeys. The little
spider monkeys. Yeah.
Orangutans are nice.
Orangutans are strong as fuck.
Yeah.
They're all strong. How are they so strong?
I don't know.
They're not even.
They're working out, aren't they?
Yeah.
The trees. They're working them arms all the time.
But it's like chimpanzees as well. Like eat your baby chimpanzees and stuff like that, and they're just horrible. Like to eat.
We might be like that though if we didn't have if we weren't civilized.
Yeah, well, we would be, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what frightens me.
Yeah.
That could be us.
Yeah. It is us, I suppose. We're just more sophisticated with our murder.
And you said earlier about when you drink, you've got a wild side to you. Maybe you're a little bit frightened.
Scared of your inner chimp.
Oh yeah, mate, there you go. You've nailed it. That's what it is. What's that book that psychiatrist? Is he a psychiatrist?
Oh, the monkey.
Your inner chimp or something.
Oh,
like
the
that.
Chimp Paradox.
The Chimp Paradox.
Yeah,
I've got that. I'm not ready.
I read it years ago.
I saw it was on some podcast and he was chatting about it, and he does loads of sports people sort of. He works with Ronnie O'Sullivan as well.
Does he?
Yeah, to sort of get him to focus. And
I want to reread that now, yeah. I forget, yeah. It's kind of a bit self-helpy, wasn't it?
Yeah, but to be honest, I just think it's like, basically what you should say is focus, stop messing about. He's the chimp card, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go. He's getting millions of quid, and I'm just nailing it here in one sentence.
But chimps don't do that, do they? They're not like focused and ambitious.
No, that's what you're saying.
Don't be a
chimp.
Oh.
I don't know what I'm doing that for.
Does it go to the monthly night when your
go
mind
down
comes
on you?
about?
Yeah, and it's like that. It goes on about being intimidated by other people, that kind of thing. And
I will read it.
I think basically what the book should be called is "Man Up."
Yeah,
Grow up. That's what it should be called.
Chin up, brother.
Stop pissing about.
Rise up, king.
Rise up.
So we're the sober gang, aren't we? This is good. We're all sober.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I'm not saying I'm never going to go for a drink again, but I might not. But the way I feel right now, I just don't see the point.
Have you had anybody avoid you?
So this is the interesting thing.
I had that a lot, yeah.
Do you?
Well, when I stopped drinking, it kind of it affected people who I drank with a lot.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Mm.
They didn't like it at all.
Yeah, I've got a couple of friends that really aren't amused.
They're almost like, why you stopped? Like, because, they've got a problem or whatever. The people with drink problems wouldn't like me stopping.
Mm-mm.
I noticed that, yeah.
Yeah.
They'd get quite spiteful and weird and like...
Yeah.
Yeah, because some people you only see when you're drinking, so they're like your drinking mates. And when you don't have a drink, you realise that, you know what I mean? Got nothing in common.
There's been quite... I was thinking this the other day, actually, because I've got a couple of friends who are usually... I mean, I've been to the pub as well. I've been to the pub. I had non-alcoholic
What do you drink?
beer. I either have non-alcoholic beer or
Just get some
just,
cocaine
yeah,
in.
get some. I get some heroin in actually.
Oh, it chills you out, yeah.
What's it called? Is it freebasing or is that what they call it?
When they, off a foil.
Yeah, I've
when
just
you
been freebasing.
chase the dragon.
Been chasing the dragon, yeah. I don't. So a couple of friends that usually, because they've not sort of been in touch as much as they would have. But I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's just because we're all busy, or like I've been away quite a lot. But then there's other friends that I've got that I just drink with them. That's it. We go to the pub, we big nights out, that kind of thing. And I am starting to think, have I got anything in common with those mates anymore? If I'm not going to drink, how am I going to interact with them? Because I don't know if there's anything.
I wanted to, because some of my friends, when they've stopped drinking, they go, I don't go out now. And I want to be able to go out and just enjoy myself and dance badly or whatever.
It took me ages to get to that point.
It does take a while.
I remember forcing myself to go out sober, and me and my mate were trying to dance, and like we're having a good time. And we were walking home, and it was just so depressing. Like it was like, I remember Toxic by Britney was playing, and like we went to Jongleurs actually before I was a comic. I gave up.
God, you went there as a night out?
Like I saw Andrew Maxwell, and like before I'd even considered doing it.
Oh.
And we was trying to dance afterwards at Camden Jongleurs. It was so bleak.
After the show,
But a few years ago, I did go to Craig Hill. No, the gay Scottish guy.
Yes, that's Craig.
Yeah. I went to a gay club with him in Birmingham, and it was so nice. And it took me about 2 hours to relax. And by the end of the night, I was just on the stage, like sober. I was just throwing it, man. It was funny. That's the only time I've ever danced sober, to be honest.
It is really hard. I feel really wooden. I mean, I can't dance anyway, but you don't care when you're drunk.
I went Zumba today, though. Like that was that took me out of my comfort zone.
So you did an exercise class and then Zumba?
Yeah, well, I did a high intensity blaze class, which is like it's hard work, and then Zumba afterwards.
Okay.
But I was the only man in there, and I was so bad at it. It was like humiliating.
Is it the first time you've done Zumba?
A second time, yeah. I thought I'd be a bit better the second time.
And the first time were you the only man in the class then?
Yeah, no, there was another man in there the first time.
Because
we were over the other side though.
Does that not put you off?
What, being the only man in there? Not really. I'm in my zone. I'm not really like
taking any notes.
Nah, not really.
Remember at the Mind, Body and Spirit, they had Find Your Inner Goddess, and about 50 women turned up, one man, and I think I've got it wrong what it was about.
Oh, did you stay for it as well?
It was a dating group. Find Your Goddess. Looking around. Easy pickings.
There's a class that I try to go to every week at my gym, which is it's called Badass. Terrible name. But it's like legs, bums, and tums. Which everyone always laughs at, don't they? People always laugh at, legs, bums, and tums. But it's dead hard.
Yeah, I bet it is. Is it just women mainly?
Yes. And the other week, a man joined the class.
Wow.
And there's a lot of Jamaican women in the class. They loved it. They were like, oh, we're going to humiliate him. He's not going to come back. I was like, this isn't very nice.
Yeah.
They were laughing their heads off that a man had joined the class.
I was getting a few smiles and stuff like, "Oh, you're here!" Like, but they're really encouraging though.
That's nice.
Like a woman next to me said, "Don't worry, I was crap on my first time." I was like, I didn't think I was that crap. I thought at least I was vibing a bit. Like I was just dancing a bit and that.
What sort of music is it?
I can't follow like routine. Like he'll do sort of 4 steps. I can't.
Oh, is it a guy that does the class?
A guy that he takes the class, a guy, Alfie, he's really good though. He's going for it. But I can't quite keep up. So I'm like, just really, I don't know, it's quite embarrassing.
I'm not very good. I can't, anything that requires you to have sort of coordination or anything.
It is like that, yeah.
I accidentally went to this class once and it was, I'd sort of misread what it was, but it was basically dancing, but on a step. It was step dance kind of thing. And I was at the front and I was like, I wish I was dead. This is awful.
I found a little corner to stand in, but it's all mirrored, so there's no, I couldn't hide anywhere. Like the whole front's a mirror, so everyone at the front can see you.
Oh no, it's so, it's anything dance that just makes me. I'm not much of a dancer anyway.
Yeah, no.
I dance on my own. I quite like it, but like
in the kitchen, having
yeah,
a little dance.
Yeah.
just dance around. But like yeah, I'm not good. I'm rubbish.
Oh, but you went twice, and you'll probably go again.
I will. I will. Yeah, if I was good at it, yeah, I think I could learn
I
it.
think you should go back.
I will. Yeah.
Because a little practice at home. There's bound to be some on YouTube. You could
Yeah.
learn a bit.
I did do again, no coordination. I did a dance video on YouTube to, I was thinking, I can't bother go to the gym or do this. And I ended up feeling embarrassed for myself. So I just switched it off. I can't
Getting
do
all
this.
red.
So
It's
embarrassing.
hard. We've been trying to learn Northern Soul dancing, me and my friends. Oh, it's brilliant. It's
What
so
kind
good.
of dancing is that?
It's hard to describe. You'd have to go and watch it.
Yeah.
You'd
They
have
used
to
to
look
do
it up.
like
Because I think of
sort
like
of jump, like
They can't. Yeah, they jump about and they kind of shuffle their feet, but it's really, really clever. Northern Soul's. There's a couple of movies about Northern Soul. It's brilliant. So but my friend just kept falling over and hurt her leg. We're not very good at it. It's a bit like, when you used to pat your head and rub your stomach.
yeah.
It's a bit like that. Like you can't quite get.
You can get better at it though if you're determined and keep. Because everyone was like that at first. I bet.
Yeah.
Some of these people that have danced since they were kids, so they can take to it better.
Yeah. Some people are more coordinated, but it's really.
I
good
felt
for themselves.
dyspraxic. I was like, I couldn't like.
Yeah.
But it was But yeah, I'm determined to
I
like
did go to dance
be the
classes as a
best
kid,
there.
though.
Did you?
Yeah, but I was shit.
What sort of dancing?
I went to tap and what they called ballet, but I'm from North Manchester, so it's not ballet, is it?
Was it like Billy Elliot?
It's like it was.
You're like the female Billy Elliot. Your dad wanted you to be a fighter. Work down the mines.
I don't.
That's such a good film, isn't it?
I've never seen it.
Oh my
I've not
god!
seen it.
Oh my
There's so
god!
many films I've not
Have
seen.
you seen Billy Elliot? No. What? All right.
We'll have to watch it.
It's a great film.
I actually quote it because I say to people, sometimes you are not your upbringing. One of the tarot cards in the Osho Zen is about you are not what you've been brought up to be.
Yeah.
So I use that as an example, but I've never seen the film.
Yeah. Because people just label themselves, don't they? And they stay in that little box. It's like that thing about, if you chain an elephant to a tree, like it grows bigger, but it could easily rip away from the tree.
Yeah.
But where it's so used to being stuck there, it just doesn't move.
Yeah.
Is that a good analogy?
Well, what does that mean? I don't.
All right, there's another one. All right, if you put loads of fleas in a jar and you put a piece of paper over the top, they could easily jump higher. You put a piece of paper over the top for a few days. You take the paper off, they only jump to that high.
So
We limit ourselves.
Yeah, you are. You can step outside the environment you think that.
Yeah.
There you go.
We put our own glass ceilings there.
Yeah, your environment really, the school you went to, parents, even the
Little
teacher.
comments your teacher said, just
Yeah.
download and log in there.
Yeah.
I can't do maths, or I'm thick, or I'm this, I'm that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's funny what you remember from things that people said to you as a kid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
The things you don't remember are like more dangerous, I guess. They're just in there as beliefs.
But you can go either way. You know the story of the journalist that went out to Ireland and the whole village was having a big party, and it was because this old chap had died. And he said, "Why would you be celebrating?" He said, "Because he terrorised everybody. He was a drunken brute." And his two sons, one was a pillar of society and the other one was a drunken brute. And it was literally, when the journalist spoke to him, they said, both of them said the same thing. How could I turn out any different with a father like mine?
Exactly.
You go one way or the other, don't you? So
Yeah.
one of the big self-help gurus all through school, his teachers say to him, you're an idiot, you're never going to do well. And his first book went to #1. He wrote "fuck you" and sent him a copy.
Good.
Yeah, he did. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You can swear
Oh, you
whatever.
swear, yeah.
Yeah, we
In fact,
encourage
I've
it.
not sworn as often as I usually swear today. I think.
Cunt. There you go.
The one thing I always remember from school was, my friends that I went to secondary school with, I'm still friends with now, and I just remember one day I was just walking up the corridor and we were just standing at lunchtime. We were just standing near a radiator because it was quite cold, And my form tutor walked past and said to my best friend, Leanne, she said, "Oh, Leanne Dockery, what you doing hanging around with Rachel Fairburn? You'll never amount to anything."
Oh my God.
Oh.
And you just think, like, that stuck with me.
Yeah.
But at the time, I just was like, it was a bit unnecessary. It was about 15, 16. I was like, it's a bit unnecessary, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then when I thought back, I was like, there was no reason for her to have even said anything to us.
No.
And now when I look back on it, I'm like, what was she pissed off about that day?
Yeah.
That she felt the need to walk past me, a kid, and say that.
Yeah, it's
like,
horrible.
what? Why would you say that? What a weird thing to say that
I remember once scratching my knee. I was about 6 on the mat, like at story time. And I had my trouser up, so I'm itching my knee. And the teacher said, "Put your knee away, Julian. We've all just eaten."
Oh.
And it was such a like throwaway comment. She meant nothing by it. I swear to God, like I was like, "What? My knee makes you sick?"
Oh.
And I swear to God, I've never wore shorts in my life since.
Wow.
And thank God, because his knees are absolutely sickening.
Thighs of a gladiator as well.
So you've never worn shorts because of that one?
No, like I just never wore shorts ever again. Except for swimming, I wear like very short ones. Not really.
Speedos. I imagine you wear Speedos.
Nah, why would you imagine that?
You're ripped, aren't you?
No,
so I just imagine you'd...
No, I don't wear Speedos. I'm not Eastern European.
Do Eastern Europeans wear
Yeah, they do in my gym, in the sauna. You can always tell.
They always have hairy backs as well, Speedo guys. Oh, it's not good.
I wore Speedos as a kid to like swimming club, I suppose, but everyone did. And a swimming cap I used to wear.
I was a... Did you wear it?
I had to, yeah.
I'm a bad swimmer now. And the reason I'm a poor swimmer is because I had grommets as a kid. And because I had glue ear.
I never really know what they are.
Well, it's... So glue ear... I imagine, like, as far as childhood illnesses go, I reckon if you had it in, like, the early part of this century, you'd go deaf. Right, it does cause deafness. So it's basically severe earache, but all this gunk comes out of your ear.
Do you have it syringed?
No, so I had to have grommets. So they put it in, and I don't really know what they do, but you can't go swimming. So I couldn't go swimming for years and years and years.
So grommets are things they put into your ear?
Yeah.
Oh, they put them in. I thought you had to have them out. I thought people had their...
You have them in and out. No, grommets are the things they put in.
Right, okay.
And then...
To get rid of glue ear.
To get rid of glue ear.
Wow.
I'd love to have my ear syringed. I bet it feels well nice.
I've never had it done.
I love things with my ears. It feels nice.
Get it syringed.
I'm
What about one of those ear candles?
I've done them before, yeah.
Does it work?
Nah, it just feels nice. It doesn't draw anything out. That's bullshit.
What
I think.
It's supposed to.
Yeah, it
I
might
don't
be.
think it does, though.
Nah,
What
just
about
loads of
those,
nice hot oil goes in.
Those things that... Have you seen that you put on the bottom? It goes through me a bit, this. I'm a bit funny about feet. I don't like my feet being touched. Like those things that you put on the bottom of your feet and it draws out all the toxins. Have you seen that?
I did those, yeah. My daughter did like a spa day for me on my birthday. She was only 7. And she did like a face mask. She put those things on
Let's
my feet.
get all this toxicness out of you. Come on.
My toxic dad.
All your toxic
They're really
masculinity.
nice though. They feel really nice on your feet.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just something about
They
that.
just make them softer. I don't know if they draw stuff out.
Just knocks me a bit sick because you see like that was ones where you seen it's all this black stuff coming.
Oh, I don't know if they were. Maybe it was something different. I did, yeah.
No, I don't like that.
I tell you what, I've just bought. It's like an electronic eye mask, and it massages. Oh, it's brilliant.
Is it good? Yeah.
Really good. Yeah, it's only about 33 quid off Amazon, and it massages all your temples all around there, and plays tinkly music.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Oh, it's lovely.
Is it warm?
It gets warm. It actually heats up.
I want to get one.
You're
And it
going to get
goes-
one, aren't you? I can see it
I
now.
love a bit of
Tumbling.
self-care.
Really, really nice.
When I was I just got back from Dubai yesterday, didn't I? When I was there, I went for like a massage in the hotel. It was so good.
Oh.
I've never had a massage.
Really?
No, I'm a bit
This
worried
was
about
a
touching
this
that.
was a proper hardcore like bending me like
I don't like
tie elbows.
Yeah, they overdo it.
Yeah.
I find I end up bruised. I feel beaten up.
I feel
wanna
like I
relax
needed it
in.
though. Like, yeah, it was nice, man. I mean, it weren't cheap.
Was it a man or a woman that did it?
A woman, I'd never get a man to do it.
Would you not?
No,
I don't.
I'm not
men-
They
gay.
actually hurt you. The
It
men
It was a
actually-
heterosexual one, yeah.
I think the men overdo it when they're working on other men. A lot
Yeah,
of men
yeah,
go,
yeah.
I don't want a man massaging me because almost trying it. Like some blokes have to give you an extra hard handshake.
Right.
Yeah. I'd have to show a strong nail. I'd break your neck.
A bloke once shook my hand. Who was it? It was like, I don't know if it was a comedian or it must. I'll try and remember. But I had a ring on, and he shook my hand, and he crushed the ring right next to me. I was just like, there's no need for that.
That's a bit of a power play.
That one. Yeah.
I've had. There's a guy in Brighton actually. I won't name him, but he's got the weakest handshake. It feels like really floppy, like a bit of tissue. It feels really weird and oily and wet. Little thin hand.
I think we're not done with a handshake now. I think have we moved on from that?
Yeah. I do a spud now sometimes.
It's a nod.
Spud it in.
Hello. It's a quick nod. I think that's
sufficient. Just a long kiss.
Hug more, don't they?
Yeah. I just do neck kisses.
A lingering kiss.
Hi everybody, that's the end of the public episode.
Thanks for listening. Now, if you would like to hear more, you can go over to patreon.com/We
Are TVI. You have to put it in the search bar.
Because we still haven't taken it off adult content.
Because it's triple X.
It's true. It's dirty. Filthy.
Nice.
Get your willies out when you listen. But yeah, go over to Patreon, sign up. What's the tiers? I can't remember what they're. 3?
We've got £3, £5, 10 and 20.
That's what I mean. The 20 is a joke one. £10 is sort of a joke as well. £3 gets you just all the back catalogue of extra episodes and
hours and hours.
There's I don't know how many 100
hours
extra sort of episodes. And the £5 tier, you get all that as well. But you also, if you wish, get to join the TVI WhatsApp group. And
you can also see the full episode or listen to the full episode with a £3 tier.
Yeah. So
£5 gets you the WhatsApp group.
Yeah. Excellent. That's it. That's all you need to know. Get over to Patreon if you want more.
Thanks for listening.
Otherwise, just thanks for listening to the public episode, and
please like and share.
Yeah, give it a share, mate. Tell your friends. Tell your families. Tell your kids. Bye.
Love you.